Hey everybody, welcome. I got to tell you, crazy freaking day. A lot of information. I've been pulling a lot of information and very disturbing. A lot of it's really, really disturbing. I just want to say really quickly, if this video interrupts, if they knock it out, just please wait and be patient. I will be right back on right away. I promise you. So we've got a lot to go through, a lot to talk about. Just unbelievable what is going on. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that this is a very, very family-friendly oriented channel. Okay, that we, keep it clean in the chat, please. Be decent with each other, and if you're not, my moderators will boot you out of here because we just don't tolerate the nastiness. Okay, so please just be kind. All right, so that's number one. I've been going through some stuff, guys, and I'll tell you what, it's frightening. But we're going to get into that in a minute. And again, before we get started, I just want to remind everybody, it's okay to be afraid. Being afraid is not a bad thing, as long as it's used as the right motivator. Okay, fear, if it's used used in a way to help motivate you, that's a good thing. All right, so. Just let's go over some things really quickly, and we're going to get over. I mean, there's a lot of video coming out of China, a lot of leaked videos. We're going to go over some of that stuff. People have been sending me a tremendous amount of information, and I've gone over part of it. I haven't even gone over all of it, but it's turning into insanity. So let's talk about. I'm going to give you the numbers from yesterday. And then I'm going to give you the numbers that were just updated today. This is the official numbers, okay, which we know are not the correct numbers. So yesterday's numbers were 44,730 confirmed that were infected. They said the number of dead was 1,114. They just updated, okay, the numbers, and they said now the confirmed numbers are 60,096. That's the new confirmed numbers in one day, okay? They're saying the dead have gone up to 1,363 dead, and they're saying 5,906 people have recovered. That's the new information that they're giving us, okay? Obviously, we are not being given the true information coming out of China. I watched... been watching a lot of information, and one of the things that I had seen, and I think I might have mentioned this the other day, I'm not sure if I did or not, but they were saying there's 49 crematoriums in and around Wuhan, and the guy said that they're going 24 hours a day, and each one can burn up to 120 bodies a day, and he said they're going nonstop. I'll tell you what, guys, this is no joke. This thing is no joke. This is really turning into something very, very scary. It's been scary all along, but the progression of what I've seen like today, and I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Watching different videos today, they were setting high-rise apartment buildings on fire. Now, the government is saying that it was arson, but other people are saying that it wasn't arson, that it was set intentionally to kill all the people in these high-rise buildings. So think about that. You're in a high-rise building, you're on quarantine, you're locked down in this building, and then they set the building on fire. People are, there was another video that I just watched. Somebody had just sent me this to my email, and the gentleman was showing a video, and it showed him over at the car first, and it was three probably police officers, and one had a pistol and the other two had rifles, and you could see them getting them loaded up. They got their gloves and all that stuff on, and then they were heading someplace. You see bodies are in the streets everywhere. You hear nothing but gunfire. People are being shot. It's absolutely insane. When people are scared, they do silly, irrational things, okay? And I think that they are trying to contain this thing, and I think it's just gone absolutely out of control. It's very, very scary to watch the video. It's very disturbing, to be honest with you, to watch the video. I heard from a source of mine today, and what this person told me One of the reasons they're not letting people dock in to Wuhan, because it's a hub. They have shipping and air travel and whole 9 yards there. One of the reasons that they're not letting ships come into Wuhan is because the dead are stacked up in storage containers. I mean, there's so many people dead that they can't even get rid of the bodies fast enough. I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, if these are the truths that are really coming out of China, some of the stuff that I saw today, it is the worst of mankind, how people are acting. And, they're trying to contain this thing. And I saw something else, and this one I can't say if it was true or not true, but this one that I saw, it said that the government was asking, or officials were asking the higher up government if they could go ahead and kill 20,000 people that were infected with the coronavirus to try to keep it under control. Now that one, I can't confirm that one. So I'm just going to share that information. You can take that for what it is, but I can't say that, yes, that's a fact. I can't say that, but that's something else that came through the pipeline today. There's a ton of information coming out, guys, a ton of information, but some of these videos that are being leaked out, they're not lying. The videos are not lying. They're showing what is really going on. Please post a link to the videos. What I'll do is I'll copy and paste them, and what I'll do is after I get this video up, I'll put some of those in there for you guys so that you can see it. But it was really, really disturbing. So just unbelievable. I would not put that past China. Robert Blakemore just said, yeah, well, you got to understand. Here's what you got to understand something, guys. If there's something going on that is terrifying and it's just absolutely rampant and all these people are sick and you're not sick, you're going to do anything that you could possibly do to avoid getting sick. That's a reality. Anybody in their right mind is going to do that. Now, to the extremes of what people are going to do that to, that's, you just don't know. I mean, it's really, really scary. And I think people are terrified over there. And I think that they are rebelling back and they're being taken care of, unfortunately, which is really, really sad. 3 being tested right now in Kent County, Michigan, in Grand Rapids. So here's the thing, too. Now, here's what I want you guys to think about, okay? I've gotten a couple reports. Some more information came out that in Monroe County, there's 4 people being tested. In Monroe County, there's 3 people being tested. In Genesee County, this is here in New York. Both of my children, I just want you guys to know this, are right now in Monroe County. Okay, so this isn't game time. I'm not playing games. I never play games with you guys anyway. I'm always very, very honest with you. So this is very, very concerning to me because, as you know, again, my daughter's on a college campus with all kinds of kids from all over the world. And they're all over the place over there. So yeah, if it's airborne, how far do you think it can travel? It is airborne. They've already said that it's airborne. You know what? That's hard to say. So here's what you got to think about. And I know I've talked about this a little bit before, but if you've ever seen a slow motion video of somebody sneezing and the droplets coming out of that person and just all over, that's kind of frightening, to be honest with you. And to think about the fact that somebody just a normal sneeze, how many people could they infect in a short period of time with that? So, but hey, Choo Choo. Yeah, all the videos coming out of China right now are very, very scary. Now, here's something else. I wanted to share this information with you. This just came out, too. In Nigeria, they have an epidemic happening right now in Nigeria. It's a different virus that's come out in Nigeria, different from the coronavirus, not the same thing at all. And with that one, they said that 104 people have been infected already and 15 people have died from it already. This is scary. I did a video earlier today. I'm sure you guys might have saw, and I talked about that they were turning, 11 military bases into infection control centers, basically isolation places near airports. United States is getting ready, guys. It's already here in the United States. Okay, we're at what, 13 confirmed cases, so they say. I just saw that they were talking about 200 people in Georgia being under quarantine right now, suspected of having the coronavirus. I mean, it is this thing, and again, the worst part about, well, there's a lot of worse things to think about. It has the same exact symptoms of the flu, the same exact symptoms. That's terrifying, because you don't know if you just have the regular flu. I mean, I'll tell you what, if I get the flu, I got sick last year. You guys know, if you guys watch the channel, I was sick for 2 weeks last year, okay? I never went to the doctors because I knew it was a virus. I knew it had to run its course and that I needed rest and just kind of to do what I needed to do. But so what if, same situation, now I have the coronavirus, don't know I have the coronavirus, and I'm not going to go to the doctor. You know, if I thought I had the coronavirus, I would go to the doctor. But again, you don't know. And these are the things that it could be presenting as the flu, which it does. You have it, you think you have the flu. Maybe your family members are there, they're helping to take care of you. And this is like really, it's here in the United States already. Okay, that's a fact. We know that it's here in the United States. What is happening in China? Could it happen here? And my answer to that is absolutely yes, it can happen here. Should we worry about items from Wish? Again, I would clean anything that you brought in to the house, to be honest with you. Whatever, the box, because first of all, you don't know whose hands it's transferred to. You don't know how long, they don't know how long this thing can survive on the surface of things either. So again, I would definitely make sure that I was cleaning everything. So that I would absolutely do. Guys, I see we're already over 1,000 people in the chat. I'm going to ask for a thumbs up here. If you haven't done a thumbs up yet, if you would do that to support the channel, I would really appreciate that, and thank you ahead of time. I want to mention, I want to get this part of it out of the way really, really quickly for everybody. I just wanted to say we are still doing a sale on my website. We extended the sale by popular demand, to be honest with you. A lot of people contacted me and wanted me to continue the sale because of waiting for tax returns and those type of things. And I said, absolutely, we would do that for everybody. So the sale on my website for the Legacy freeze-dried food is still going on right now. And that's going to be going on until the 23rd. So we extended it by 2 weeks. So it's 20% off of all the Legacy freeze-dried foods. So if you go to my website, the 20% off is taken at checkout. So you go to my website, you click on store, it drops down, you hit Legacy, it clicks in there, you're going to have everything right there. Some things are out of stock, and I've talked about that in a previous video. But if you, whatever you want to get, order, that's fine. As soon as it comes in, I will get it out to you right away, okay? So the larger packages are still available in abundance. So again, it's completely up to you if you guys want to do that or not. I highly recommend it, you know, and with saying this, I highly recommend that you prepare to shelter in place. Absolutely prepare to shelter in place, guys, because this thing, if this thing takes off here in the States like it is done in China now. Now you look, okay, so basically we've known now that it's in China. They're saying the end of December, but it's actually earlier than that it was in China, okay? Let's say December 1st even, but it really didn't get out until January. We're 6 weeks out now from that initial thing. And you look at the chaos that is going on in China. If you guys have watched any of the videos and seen what is going on with these videos, and this isn't just attacking sick and old people, okay? This is attacking people across the board. So this thing is highly, highly contagious. And so I believe realistically that we really need to be thinking about sheltering in place. I think it's really important that we do that, okay? I highly encourage you guys to do that. I really do, because there's too many unknowns with this thing. I've heard the incubation period is gone from 14 days. It could possibly be 24 days. That I don't know 100% if that's true. But let's say if it's just at the 14 days. 14 days is bad enough, okay? Because in that whole time, you're very highly contagious. You don't know you have the virus, and you go out and you're spreading it around. Where are we going to be in 6 months? That's a great question. That's a really, really good question. So, you know, it's, you know, that's, with what's going on, and especially as things are accelerating in a bad way in China right now, It's all over there, guys. It is all over there. And oh, I did want to mention something else too, guys, really, really quickly. I will be over on Marfugal tomorrow, so I will be with him, joining him on his show, and that is going to be 8 o'clock time, 5 o'clock his time, out in Seattle, and it'll be 8 o'clock East Coast time. Okay, so I will be joining him tomorrow for his show, and I just wanted to put that out there to give you guys a heads up, so that if you wanted to watch that, please come over and join us. And he's got a great show over there, and him and I have been talking, and I'm going to be doing a couple things different too with the channel. You're going to notice, and so he had given me some advice because I'm not a techie guy. I don't do techie, so he's giving me some advice, and I'm going to take his advice. But I will be on his show tomorrow night, so if you want to join us then, we're going to be going over there over a lot of different things. Deer Haven just said, hold on a second, that Marfugal is right over there by them, is by me in Washington State. Deer Haven just said, that's cool. Yeah, so I'll be on his show tomorrow night, just so you guys know, just to give you a heads up. Would you get the vaccine if one is created? Now, that's interesting, Danielle, that you asked that question. They are saying that if a vaccine becomes available, it probably would not be available until the fall. So I want you guys to think about that, okay? All the bases. Hold on a second. Let me read that comment, guys. Hold on. JJ just said all U.S. Air Force bases are now designated quarantine facilities, not just the 11. Wow. So that's got to tell you something, guys. They're really taking this thing seriously, and I think that they should, okay? They're going to try to keep things as calm as they possibly can for as long as they possibly can. Our window of opportunity to prepare for this thing is rapidly closing, okay? As you guys know, if you've watched the channel, and I've talked about it, I have been out. I got more food, and I have a lot of food already, but I got more. I got medical supplies. I got stuff to be able to quarantine somebody. I just felt that, and I got more feed for my chickens, more cat food, more dog food for my cats and dogs. Just trying to be as ready as I possibly can. It's, I'm taking this very seriously. I'm going to tell you right now, I hope with every fiber of my being that this thing blows over and turns into nothing, but I don't think it's going to. It is out of control in China. The Chinese people are just... did Marv get kicked off of YouTube? No, he did not get kicked off of YouTube. Hey, Allison Depew, Autism Mom. I live in Canada. Should I order groceries instead of shopping in the stores? I'm concerned about public places. Hold on a second. Just finish reading that. Public places, please, if it's true, up to 24-day incubation period. All right, my advice to you, if you can order stuff in and have it delivered, absolutely do that if you can do that. If you're going to go out and shop, go out and shop later at night when people are not there. And thank you very much for that donation too, by the way. I do appreciate that. But that would be the time that I would shop. If I'm going to get out shopping, I'm either going to go first thing in the morning when nobody's there, or I'm going to go later at night when nobody's around. Because some stores obviously are not 24 hours. Like your Walmarts are 24 hours. Your Wegmans, which is a grocery store, and Tops, those are 24 hours. If you go to Tops or Wegmans at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, nobody's there. Walmart, same thing. Nobody's there. Okay. So that would be the time. If you're going to go to those type of stores, I would do it then. If you're got to go to like a hardware store or any of those type of places, I would suggest very first thing in the morning when they first open, be sitting in the parking lot waiting for them to open. Just be careful. That's the biggest thing. Again, with this whole thing that's going on, there's too many unknowns. We're not being given, hey, Mountain Girl, how you doing tonight? Thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Do you think our medicine supply will dry up in a short period of time? Debbie Harding just asked that. Yes, I do. I talked about that a little bit before. You got to understand something. We get a lot of our meds from China, okay? I think it's like 80% of our medications are coming from China. So if you just go around your house, guys, look at the stuff that you use every day on an everyday basis, and a lot of that stuff is coming out of China. things are continuing to deteriorate in China before our eyes. If you guys have watched any of the videos today that I've watched, and probably as disturbed as I am about them, people are not going to work. They're not going out and working and making more stuff to send to the United States, okay? China's going to be closed for business, guys. So, we are going to be in a situation where a lot of stuff is not going to be available. So I absolutely get out there, get those meds, get your food, get your comfort foods, get what you like. If you like cookies or chips or whatever it may be, which is not healthy for you, obviously, but if that's a comfort food for you, go get it. But also get your rice, get your beans, get your freeze-dried foods if you can afford to do that. Get your canned goods, get all those things and get yourself stocked up. Hey, Krista, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you. But again, get those things taken care of, guys. Do that right now, okay? Because we're running out of time. We are absolutely running out of time. Hey, Percy, why is the U.S. so dependent on the Chinese medications? Because we've shipped all of our manufacturing over to China. We did it years and years and years ago. Everything's over there now. So they could make things a lot cheaper, which keeps it cheap for the people here. We're not a manufacturing country anymore. During World War II, we were a manufacturing country. We are not anymore. We are a consumer country. That's what we are now. We don't make things anymore. Now, there's things that are made, obviously, but not in any kind of degree that was done before. So that's something to think about too, guys. And I'm going to tell you what. So somebody had said to me, and they asked me, and I'm going to ask too again, guys, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I see we're at 1.2 in the chat. We're at 543 on the thumbs up. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate that. And thank you ahead of time. Thank you for the support. Somebody had said, well, there's not a lot of cases in India. There's not a lot of cases in Africa. There's not a lot of cases in Russia and all that type of stuff. They're there. I'm going to tell you right now, they're there. Maybe they're not testing it like, other places are, but it's all over the place, guys. This thing, because of international travel and people being able to get anywhere in a heartbeat in the whole world, and the fact the Chinese government did not lock down on this right early on. Like when that doctor, the whistleblower, came out and said that there was an issue when we got this new thing going on that's scary. And he was reprimanded. He was arrested, So, yeah, that's very, very scary. MS News is saying that the new cases are down in China the last 2 days. I don't believe that for a minute. Well, like I said, the new numbers that just came out, they were showing less numbers the last couple of days. But the new numbers that just came out from yesterday, they said there was 44,730 confirmed cases. Today, that just came out, 60,096 cases. That's a jump of almost 15,000, guys, in 1 day. So that's not going down, that's going up. The dead went from 1,114 to 1,344 or 1,363. So you're talking, that's over a 250 increase in dead in 1 day. That's what they're telling us, okay? So you got to think about that too. This is what we're being fed. This thing is taking off. It is a lot worse than we are being told. That is my opinion, okay? If you're looking at the videos of what is going on right now in China, it's frightening, and it's not getting better. If they're shooting people in the street and they're setting buildings on fire, what does that tell you, okay? Hey, Percy, I hope we learn from this and start making our medications here. Besides all that, Big Pharma can make billions, and most likely they can afford it. Oh, yeah, they absolutely can afford to do it. But think about this, they were sending it over there and having it done because it's cheaper and they can make more money. Hey, JAEUFM. I don't know how to say that, but thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, Happy Elf just said they don't want to panic worldwide. That's why things are being still played down. But as more video gets out of China of what's going on, as more stuff is being brought to the light, if you will, people are going to start to panic. What I was going to say too, let me see. I just wanted to make sure I talked about all this other stuff. So, like a great example of what's going on here. Hey, KM, they changed how they're counting a symptomatic positive person aren't being counted anymore. Oh, asymptomatic. Yeah. No, I heard that too. They're changing the criteria for it so that it try to keeps the numbers down, and the numbers are still going up. So again, that's really, really scary stuff. And like I said, this is 60,000 cases at 14 in the U.S. Oh, now it's up to 14 in the U.S. because it was at 13 before. But yeah, there's a lot more cases in the U.S., guys, than they're saying. I'm going to tell you that right now. I believe that 100%. All these people coming in on planes like they were coming in and interacting with other people, and them other people going home and doing whatever. Again, real scary stuff. Not testing the dead people anymore, Schmitty said. Yeah, well, exactly. So you're having people dying, and they're not checking them. South think credible reports are that the funeral homes cannot cremate all the bodies. They're stacking up at the crematoriums. Right, exactly. And I talked about that a little bit earlier. They can only burn so many bodies a day. And that a friend of mine who has a connection, they were showing that there's bodies stacked up like crazy. Hey, Dave C., if symptoms present but negative tests for the flu. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's the symptoms of the coronavirus are the same thing as the flu. So that's where it's kind of a scary thing, because you may think that you just have the flu and you may have the coronavirus. So again, that's frightening. That's absolutely frightening. And again, it's like, as this thing continues to spread, which I do believe that it is going to, I think it's going to get bad here in the United States too. I really, truly do. And that is why, and I've been saying this, guys, for 2 weeks now, basically, prepare to shelter in place. Get your things together. Get ready to do that. It's really, really important, because, time is going to keep going on, and it's just going to get worse. This whole thing's not going to get better. But 11 military bases are being set up for quarantine. Yeah, and I just talked about that, but actually, JJ said that all the Air Force bases are being converted over into quarantine centers. So that's frightening. So if they're getting that ready on the down low and quiet about stuff, what does that tell you what they think where this thing is going to go in the U.S.? I'm telling you guys, please, please, please listen to what I'm saying. Get ready the best way that you can. In the cities, please be careful, really. Eyes and ears open. We'll have to bug out if necessary. Absolutely. If you guys have a bug out plan, if you have some place that you can get to, plan on getting there if you can. Like I said, what I will tell you what, and somebody had asked me, when is the time to get ready? When should we bug out? Right now, we can't really do a whole lot. It's not time yet here, to be honest with you. If we were in China, it's already past time to be gone and to isolate. Excuse me. But, the time is getting to that point. If I feel it's that time that you need to bug out, if you have a bug out location, I will let you know. I absolutely will let you know. Because this, like I said, this thing is absolutely no joke. Yep. Man just said 15,000 more cases worldwide announced by China today. Yep. And that's probably the first time they're really being honest that the numbers are really exponentially rising. So, hey, Percy, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Absolutely. I say that all the time. Prepare for the worst, get ready, and hope for the best, because we just don't know. And like I said, our government, like with China, like in the UK, Australia, any of these governments, they're going to wait to the very, very last minute to tell you, yep, it's a real mess. They're not going to tell us right away. They're going to want to keep things as normal as possible, because the breakdown, what is happening like right now in China, like I said, they're shooting people in the streets. There's the video. I saw the video, and like I said, I will link it when I get this video up. I will copy and paste it into the video. But it's scary, guys. I mean, it's scary. It's no joke. And and yeah, it can happen here. I've had to press the live button about 3 times since I just came on freaking YouTube. Wow. Okay. Sorry that they're doing that. But that is YouTube, and that is what they do. So I'm going to ask again, guys, real quick. We're at 1.3 in the chat. We're at 705 thumbs up. If you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to do that, please, just to show your support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you can get all the notifications. I am on here every day. I live stream, again, like I said, 3 days a week. So I did mention earlier, and I'll mention it again really quickly, I will be on Marv's show tomorrow, Marfugal News. So go over there to his channel tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock his time. I will be on his show tomorrow. So we were coordinating that before I got on here tonight. But so we're going to be doing that tomorrow. So look for me over there on his show tomorrow, and come on over there and show him some support as well. And I would appreciate if you would do that as well. Population roundup, gun confiscation. James Whittle said. Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, Dean Koontz wrote a novel predicting the coronavirus in '81. You know what? Realistically, guys, some kind of virus happening. It was an inevitability. I'm saying that wrong. I'll rephrase that because I can't get it out in my head. So it is something that would happen no matter what anyway at some point. Okay. Could this be the breakdown of society as we know it? Absolutely, it could be. This thing doesn't, Oh, Psychop. The book is Psychop. Yeah, it's. It happens when Wuhan, in the book, they called it Wuhan 400. Oh, wow. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. That's coincidental, that's for sure. But again, there's always going to be something that's going to happen eventually. When you get a large number of people around the whole planet and you have international travel like we have it now, this was going to happen one way or the other, be it now or be it at a later date. That is not a surprise at all. Will we be on YouTube or D Live? Beach Girl, I'm not sure if we're gonna. I think it might be D Live. I think D Live. I believe so. Yeah, I think it's going to be on D Live. So that's what we're going to be on tomorrow. So I will be joining him there. So I think it's D Live. I could be wrong. I won't be talking to him about that till tomorrow. So I believe it's D Live though. The virus supposedly came out of Wuhan, China. Right. Well, that's what they're talking about. Yes, there's 200 people right now in Georgia that are being monitored for the coronavirus. That one's confirmed. So yes, that is true. So think about that. And of course that's what I think it was down in Atlanta. So think about all the people down in Atlanta. There's a lot of people down in Atlanta. And actually, there's a young lady that I know. She was my niece's age, and I knew her when she was a teenager. She ended up moving down to Georgia, and she is actually a nurse down there now. She's like 36 now, but I remember them when they were kids. But yeah, she lives down there, and she's a nurse. So believe me, my thoughts are with her because she's a good kid. What is D Live? You know what, Amy? I'm not sure. I haven't used it, so I can't tell you. I know they're sending me the link, and I can go through the same setup like I have here, and that's how I'm going to go live with him. So that's how I'm going to do it from my end. They're just going to send me the link, and I'm going to click on it and be able to set it all up. So I don't know. So check out if you don't know what D Live is, because I don't either. I got to be honest. I've never used it. D Live is like Twitch. A gamers platform. Okay, so that's what that is. I did not know. I had no idea, because when I said, yeah, whatever, however you want to do it, just let me know. So, yeah, Georgia, a large group went to China. That's right. Yep, it was a group of them had gone over there. So, but D Live is mainly for gamers. Jason Schmidt just said, okay, well, that's probably why I never heard of it, because I don't do gaming. So. Yep. Okay. DLive is a platform that doesn't stop the host from talking about. Okay. All right. Very cool. So I would imagine that's what we're going to be doing it on. So please definitely check that out tomorrow. 8 o'clock East Coast time, 5 o'clock West Coast time. So, because he's out in Seattle. So, uh, yeah, when I was a kid, I'll tell you, when the games all first came out, we had Pac-Man, Space Invaders, and Centipede were the first three games that came out in the big machines, and I played those three games, and then I just kind of grew out of it and went on with life because I had other things to do. I know that there's a lot. Now we did have at one time. I did have. Oh my God, the Wii. We had the Wii. Now that was kind of neat because you were interactive and you exercised with the Wii. That was kind of neat. So we did have that when the kids were little. But as far as Xbox and all that other stuff, no, never had any of that stuff. My kids didn't have it either. So, they had their. Eddie had a game that he played, and then they play on a computer. That's what they've always done. So. Science Olympiad practice ended early. I'm here. Oh, very cool. Well, thank you for coming, and thank you for the donation as well. Yeah, he had shot me a message. That's one of my doctor friends, guys. He was going to practice for his child, and so he said he was going to miss the stream. So I guess it ended early, so he was able to get in here. So that's very cool. And thank you for the donation too, by the way. No spring break for my high schoolers. Math, music, and life just said that. Thank you for the donation. The Maverick Prepper just said, if you think, well, hold on a second. I want to make sure I read this right. If you think you will have to bug out, start getting your supplies in boxes, containers, quick loading. Use Google Maps to scout out your routes and possible detours. That's great advice. The Maverick Prepper just said that. And thank you very much for the donation as well. That's great advice. If you think you might have to bug out, my advice actually too, just to take that one step further, if you have a bug out location, wouldn't be a bad idea to take a load of supplies up there right now and just have them in place. And then if you do have to bug out, then you get another load of stuff. Because remember, guys, you're making one trip. If you got to bug out, if you have a bug out location and you have to bug out, you're getting one trip. That's it. You're not going to get 8-9 trips to go back and get more stuff. So whatever you can get at your situation where your place is now, I would highly recommend that you do that. Like the Maverick Prepper just said, definitely box things up, get ready for a quick load. Have several different routes in the way to get to your bug out location. I talked about that many, many times, having several different ways to get there. The main ways may not always be the best way to go because it may be jam-packed. So, because if everybody's bugging out at the same time, that can get crowded really, really quickly. So, but, Donkey Kong. Yeah, that came out afterwards. I played that a couple times when I was older, but I never really got into it. So, but I do remember Donkey Kong as well. Don't forget to get paper maps of your location. Great advice. And if you can get them laminated, even better, because then you can look at them, and if it's raining, it's not going to make a difference. Like I say, guys, this is scary stuff. It really, really is. And I'm not trying to scare nobody because I will not do fear porn. Okay. But I really, truly believe this thing could be the thing. Okay. And if it is, don't wait to the last minute to get things, because if all of a sudden everybody panics all at once, the stores are going to be emptied out within hours. There will be nothing left. Hardware stores, pharmaceutical places, your Rite Aids, Walgreens, all those places will be empty. Hey, Barbara Palsy, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, so all those places, there won't be nothing, guys. Hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, they'll be cleaned out. Everything will be gone. And it's like that could happen really, really quickly. So while things are relatively normal here in the United States, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to get out there, get whatever supplies you need right now to prepare, to shelter in place for a long period of time. Again, I was talking to some people today, and I was saying, like grapefruit juice and grape juice and V8 and all that type of stuff. You can get that. That doesn't have to be refrigerated right away, but it's a different drink to have other than just having water. So definitely get those things in place. Get your medicines, get whatever you think you may need, get them now. Because like I said, our window of opportunity is absolutely closing. Won't shut down as the government. Get GPS, won't shut down as the government uses it. Well, yeah, no, it's the thing. What you got to think about, if things go completely haywire, there's nobody there to take care of things anymore. So we're talking about fires, like they got that building on fire. Now, was it set intentionally to kill the people inside? I can't say for sure. Somebody was saying it was arson. The government was saying it was arson. So if it was or wasn't, we won't know. We won't know for sure. But what I definitely think that, like I said, think about that. You're in a high-rise building. You're sheltering in place, and they set the building on fire. That's some scary stuff, and that can happen. Okay, nobody's coming to put that fire out, guys. Firemen are not going to come in that situation. A situation like what's going on right now in Wuhan, the firemen are not coming in. So, yep. And then Rebecca Brandon just said, don't forget to get paper maps as well. And like I said, and I even took it further, if you can get them laminated, it's even better. So, did you just say fear porn? Yeah, I did just say fear porn. I will not sit here and say, oh my God, the world is ending. Do this now. I will encourage you to help yourselves. If you help yourselves, then I've done my job. Realistically, I want to encourage people to be ready. And again, let's say this blows over and turns into nothing, right? A big nothing burger, as they say. Then you're ready for the next event, because there's always going to be a next event. Okay. But I honestly don't believe that this is going to blow over. As things continue to go the way that they're going in China, as the video continues to escape and they're showing what is going on over there, I don't think that this is going to blow over. I really don't. And that scares the crap out of me. I am not going to lie. I don't, and here's what I want you to know. I don't fear for myself. I don't fear for myself. I've taken care of myself my whole life. I've had a great life. I'll be 55 years old this year. So I am absolutely content. I'll do what is necessary. What I fear for is I fear for my children, because their lives are just starting. They're 18. My twins are 18. My stepson Josh is 24. So they're young, and that's who I fear for. I'll be honest with you. And so my concern is, and my concern always has been, with prepping, with living off grid, has always been to take care of my children, to prepare, to make sure somebody survives what's coming. And that's what's important to me. Really, really important to me. So, like I said, if things get bad, really bad, the kids will be home. And you'll know at that point, and you're going to be going, man, your kids are home. And I would tell you guys anyway, if I feel that it's necessary for you guys to bug out, I will let you know. I will always be 100% honest with you. I will never lie to you guys. So, even if it does blow over, the economy will hurt. KM just said, and you're right. The economy is going to take a nosedive. When you're talking about the amount of supplies that we get in from China. So let's put it like this. Let's be realistic. China is screwed. They are screwed right now. And it is spreading like wildfire over there. Hey, Donna Smith, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. China's screwed. And most of our products are coming from China. So that's what I want you to think about as well. That's the reality. Things are not going to be there. They're just not going to be there. So think about that. Let's see. Just made some orange creamsicle moonshine. If I have to bug in, it's going to be a good time. And there you go. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, like I said, that's part of comfort stuff, So where can we get medication? Like I said, you can, any kind of over-the-counter stuff. You can get all kinds of over-the-counter stuff, as far as that goes, to treat colds and, congestion and all that type of stuff. I would definitely recommend doing that as well. You have spammers on the chat with inappropriate pictures and links. I'm sorry, guys. My moderators should be jumping on that. They're usually really good on that, so I apologize if somebody's doing that. Yep. JJ said the porn bots are out tonight. They're going to do that, guys. They want to try to disrupt stuff and cause chaos. They're very sad and they're sick, but JJ and the other moderators will be on top of that. So, hey, Bonnie, thank you for being you. You're very welcome, and thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask again, guys, if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would really appreciate that. We're at 900 thumbs up, and we have 1,400 people in the chat. So if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate it. I'm going to mention really quickly one more time for the people that have come into the chat later. My sale on my website is still going on. We extended the sale by popular demand. A lot of people were waiting for tax returns and stuff like that. So the 20% discount is still in effect, and that's going to be going to the 23rd of February. And so if you would like to take advantage of that, go to my website, preppernurse1.com. You click on the store. It drops down. You'll see Legacy Foods. Click on that. And that's where, and the 20% off is taken at checkout, just so you guys know. So just putting that out there for everybody. Just want to make sure anybody that came into the show late that didn't know that. We did extend the sale, and it was because of popular demand that we did that. We did that for you guys. So just so you all know. Gets rough when chat's going so fast. It does, Mr. Rose. Hey, Jose Sanchez, look at where the stuff is made that you have. Exactly. And most of the stuff that we have in our homes comes from China, Taiwan, Vietnam, all those type of places. They're not made here in the United States anymore. So, like I said, and I've always said this, guys, this is something that I've always said. When SHTF happens, you're going to have what you have. So, if this is it, if this is the HSTF event, you got a warning. You got a window of opportunity to take advantage of that and to do something about it. I call that a blessing. Any day that you have extra to prepare is a blessing, okay? And that's my opinion on that. I really believe that that's to be the case. That is absolutely an opportunity to take advantage of that. Again, do I hope it blows over? I absolutely 100% do hope that it blows over. I really do, because it's scary. Like I said, it's a scary situation. And like I said, we just need to be prepared, be ready, and just do the best you possibly can. Yep, vitamin C, get your vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, those type of vitamins. Make sure you have those in abundance. Smart thing to do. At how much more? I'm not even talking. You think that's what it's about? It's not even worth answering that question, so I'm not even going to. Sorry, guys. Guys, would you get rid of Jim Henry for me, please? He's being a troll. So if you would get rid of him, that would be appreciated, guys. I did not see your comment above. Hold on, let me go back and thank you, Mr. Rose, for taking care of that. First UK shock news 9 schools, a lot of kids. Yeah, well, I know that they just had their first confirmed case in London over in the UK as well. So all you guys watching from the UK, please be safe, guys, really. Because like I said, I think this thing is just going to snowball. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Will they draft you as a nurse if this thing gets out of control in the USA? I don't think so, because first of all, I wouldn't go. Wouldn't do it. So they can't make you do anything. What are they going to do? Take away my nursing license if I don't? I don't care. So they can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. Dave C., do you believe it's an Ebola outbreak in Africa? No, they are saying that it's not an Ebola outbreak. They're saying that it's in Nigeria. There's what's going on over there. It's a totally different virus. Again, it's scary. There's so many different things going on all at the same time. The thing that's just coming out in Africa right now, we don't know how bad that's going to be over there. I do believe that the coronavirus is already in Africa too. Here's what I want you to think about, guys. You look at the large Chinese presence that's in Africa, and they've talked about that. And here's the other thing to think about: what's going on in China too, with all the locust problem that they're having right now. You can't eat tuna daily. No, you cannot. Tuna's good to have, but you need to have other things as well. Absolutely. You need to have as much other things. And the important thing also, guys, that you need to have, what we got to remember is, let's say that this is the event. Let's say that this is the SHTF event, okay? Eventually it's going to end. And then whoever survives it needs to go on and live and thrive. So you're going to need seeds, because we're not going to be an importing country anymore. We're going to be a gardening country. We're going to go back to that, okay? So that's what's going to end up happening. So make sure you have your stuff, your seeds and all that type of stuff to be ready for this as much as you possibly can be. Exactly. Who wants anything daily? Not what I said. Yeah, no, nobody would want anything daily. But if you have a variety of different things, guys, to eat, diversification is it's a smart way to do it. I'm absolutely diverse to what I have here at the homestead. I've talked about it for years. You guys know, if you've watched the channel at all, you know I am diversified out the wazoo. And I prepare for whatever's going to happen, because we never know what is going to happen. And like I said, I honestly hope that this thing blows over. I really, truly do. I'm going to say again real quickly, guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon as well to get all notifications. I would appreciate that if you would do that. If you enjoy what we're doing here. Like I said, I post daily, so I'm putting up videos every single day. Suak Schools is a bad place. Let's see, Hidden Pines Homestead. Check out Fishmox for antibiotics. You can get it over the counter. They say it's for animals, but it's safe for humans. Google it, Fishmox. Yeah, Fishmox, actually, if you look at it, it's the same thing as amoxicillin. Now, as a nurse, I can't tell you to go out and buy Fishmox, but I will say this, and I've said this before, I have Fishmox. I have Fish Pen, which is the fish penicillin. I have those as a resource for treating, anybody that would have an infection with an antibiotic. Now, obviously, with a virus, it's totally different. Antibiotics do not work with a virus. So, but if other things were happening, having Fishmox is a very good thing to have, in my opinion. I have it myself. I'm not going to tell you to go out and get it and use it, because they say it's for pets. But when you look at what it is, it's the same exact thing that you're getting from the doctor. So that's what I will say about that. Yeah, antibiotics are not going to treat the flu. Exactly. Because the flu is a virus. So a virus is not going to work with that. So, but again, like I said, have it for other things that you need it for. I highly encourage you and recommend, guys, I'm telling you, get as ready as you can to shelter in place. I know I've probably said that 8 times during this stream, but I really, really think it's important. I've been talking about that for about 2 weeks now, that I think it's important to prepare, to shelter in place, do everything you possibly can do to help yourselves. That's what I encourage you to do. I want you to help yourself. And the best way you can do that is stock up on anything that you can possibly can. Stock up on whiskey and wine, the Happy Elf said. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that either. It's a very tradable item. And you want to get lit up, you can get lit up. So, not a bad thing to have. Are many people in your area like-minded preppers? There are a few. I do have a few. I have people that I've worked with and communicated with, and there's quite a few people that prep out in this area. There is. So that's a good thing. Some of them have very large families, and that's also a good thing, because it's like, again, I've talked about safety in numbers a lot, so I think that that's important as well. We definitely need to be thinking about that. What if you're allergic to penicillin? Well, then, Minnesota Prepper, then you would want to look at what other kind of antibiotics that they have. There's different ones with the Fishmoxes that they have. So if they have penicillin and you're allergic to penicillin, use the amoxicillin or use a different one. They have several different kinds that you can get. So you're not just limited to one kind. Anyone want to trade cigarettes for the moonshine? There you go. That's funny. The changes in the reporting of the numbers was done to increase the count, not decrease it. They are now including, hold on a second. They're now including clinical diagnosis while they are waiting on labs test results for it to be confirmed. Okay, well, I know that over there they're trying to keep it under their hat as much as they possibly can, and they haven't been able to do that. Videos getting leaked out. People are seeing what's going on. It is a lot worse than they are saying. The death count is much higher than they are saying. Medical Mart Law exercise in 2 weeks, Twisted Truth channel. Yeah, I saw that they're doing a thing March 2nd is an exercise. I did see that. They're planning to prepare for a pandemic type of thing. Imagine that, right? Like I said, guys, I think, should I take my money out of the bank? I would take part of it out, Kathy, probably not all of it, but I would definitely make sure you have enough money on hand to take care of what you need to take care of. That would be my advice. I don't think you should take all your money out of the bank. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do, guys. I don't keep a lot of money in the bank. I just don't. That's my choice. That's what I do. But, I'm not going to tell somebody else that they should do exactly what I do. But again, I encourage people to have junk silver, silver dollars, half dollars, quarters, dimes, have that silver. I think it's a good thing to have it be. That's still going to have value if the dollar collapses. So that's something to think about as well. Let's see. Elderberry. Yeah, elderberry is really good to have as well. If you can get that, guys, definitely get that as well. We left 2K in. There you go. I don't blame you, Jim. You got to have something there. Like I pay certain bills through the bank, so I leave enough to pay those bills. And the rest I take out, and what I take care of things, I'll either go directly to that, institution, or I do a money order. That's the way I do it. I just, I don't like to leave it. Fish Mock or is it Tractor Supply? Yep, exactly. You can get Fish Mocks at Tractor Supply. Is one of the places you can get it. Yep, that's one of the places. So, but anyway, guys, at this point, I'm going to do what I normally do at this time of the show. We are Legion, because we are many, in the good way, not the bad biblical way. We're all over the world. We're all over the country. We're a huge family of preppers and off-gridders. So where is everybody from tonight? So if you would say where you guys are from, and we'll see what, and this is going to go fast, I'm sure, because we got 1,400 people in the chat. Alabama, Kentucky, North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, West Virginia, hold on a second. I just missed it. I want to answer that question real quick. Hey, Prepper from Russian Federation. We are preparing here gloves, masks, sold out in 2 weeks in the big cities since end of January. Hey, thank you very much for the donation, and good luck. Just get as ready as you possibly can over there. All right, we have Seattle, oh my goodness. Hold on a second, guys. It's going Maryland, Austin, Texas, Alaska, Columbus, Ohio, Delaware, Middle Florida. Hey, Mountain Girl, it's going too fast, and I'm sorry. Thank you again for the donation. I appreciate it. Tennessee, Ohio, Michigan. Let's see. Pennsylvania, Saskatchewan, Canada. Oklahoma, Detroit, Michigan. Alberta in Canada, very nice. Tennessee, Rhode Island, North Dakota. England in the UK, thank you very much for being here. Pennsylvania, Montana, West Virginia, New Brunswick, Canada, New Jersey, Chicago, Oklahoma, Detroit again, Connecticut, Minnesota, Arizona, New Jersey, Illinois, Nova Scotia. Let's see, we have Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Missouri, Oklahoma, Maine, Central Florida, San Francisco, Oklahoma, Virginia, Norway, very nice. We have Portugal, very cool. Philippines, nice. Connecticut, Washington State, Massachusetts, and I probably say that wrong, and I don't care. Philadelphia, Dallas, North Carolina, New Zealand, very nice. Tennessee. Hey, Brandon, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. 14th case in the U.S. now. Okay, thank you. Middle Tennessee, Pine Bush, Australia, Washington State again, very nice. Northern California, California and Stockton, Ransomville, New York. We have Arizona, Tennessee, Kirkland, Lake Ontario, Canada, Texas, Binghamton, New York, Illinois, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, Philadelphia, Sacramento, California, Australia again, SK Canada, okay, Long Island, New York, Illinois, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All right, guys, we are all over. And anybody that gave a donation while that was blasting through, thank you guys for that donation. And I did not get to all the comments there. I apologize. But it goes really, really fast with this many people in the chat. So, but yeah, guys, just you know what, with what's going on, just try to be as safe as you possibly can be. You know, use the fear as a motivator. It's okay to be afraid. And I want you to remember that. It really is okay to be afraid as long as you use it in a positive manner, okay? Don't panic. Panic is the enemy. We don't want to panic because if you're panicking, you're not thinking clearly. You can be afraid, and that's okay, but be focused with that fear. Use that fear as a motivator. Get ready as best that you possibly can. Like I said, we just don't know what's going to happen, guys. And that's the unknown is probably more scary than anything else. And as we continue to see this breakdown in China, and, you know, like I said, you're talking about a country with I think it's 1.4 billion people. That's a lot of people. And as this continues to spread, it's going to get worse. This is not going to get better. And so, you know, like I said, take advantage of that opportunity that we have now. This is for everybody that's watching. I don't care if you're in Australia, the UK, Canada, Mexico. It doesn't matter where you guys are. US, doesn't matter. Get ready. Protect yourselves, protect your families, and have ways to protect them as well besides getting supplies. Be able to protect yourself, guys, because like I said, this thing is scary. It really, truly is. I cannot believe we got through this whole chat without it going dark on us, which is awesome. I'm glad that it didn't. So that's fantastic. So, but anyway, guys, thank you for everybody for being here. I want to thank my moderators who do a great job every single time on here, keeping the garbage and the riffraff out. I really appreciate them. They're awesome. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. You know, you guys are why I do what I do, and I enjoy doing it. And, you know, we just need to be safe. That's the biggest thing right now. And don't panic. Please don't panic, okay? So remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. And when the time comes, we are the ones, because we are the ones that are woken. And we can make a difference. We really, truly can. And also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell them every day how we feel. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. If you work methodically towards your goals and your dreams and whatever you're trying to pursue, you can do it. Nobody can stop you except for you. So stay focused, stay positive, stay away from that negativity. And I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night. Thanks, guys, for being here. I do appreciate it. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.